again. We're back with part 3 for Justice for All and Farewell My Turnabout. Quick thing. Tonight's stream is not going to be as long as the past couple of nights. I am super freaking stressed right now, and I still need to review for my English exam review tomorrow. And I freaked out over freaking math stuff tonight, so I would rather keep it short. And I will be streaming tomorrow. I usually don't stream on nights I upload gameplay videos, but I need to get this done before I go on vacation this weekend, so you guys can see the rest of this and whatever. So I'll be streaming for maybe about a half hour. We'll see, but I need to review, so, and I still want to do some other things tonight as well, so I would rather have it be short and be able to get more done, rather than getting less done and having a longer stream, if you know what I mean. So yeah, let's get into this so I can stop rambling. Alright, so this is exactly where we left off last night. And I'm going to read it aloud like I did last night as well. So that's going to be fun. Okay. Oh, I knew it was a good idea to hold her hostage. Don't you agree, Mr. Lawyer? But I never thought, in your desperation, you'd try to pin the guilt onto Adrian. Ah, I swear this demon will pay. Mr. Nick? Pearls, where's Mia? I don't know. A really strong power suddenly called her away. A really strong power. Oh, Mr. Nick, your phone is... It's from Gumshoe. Beep. How's it going? Have you been hanging in there, pal? Yeah, sorta. We just barely found something to latch onto. Whew, that's good, pal. And what about you? Anything yet? Have you figured out where the killer and Maya are? We still don't have any leads, but... What? We don't have any more time! If we just had one, even a single clue would be really helpful. I was only able to come this far because I kept thinking to myself, I've got to keep the trial going until Maya's been rescued. But have I run out of luck this time? Is our all hope for naught? A tent. Huh? A tent? I see a circus tent. Mia! It looks like Maya was unconscious until just a few minutes ago. As soon as she woke up, she's called for me. So it was Maya that called you away. She's locked in a dusty little room right now. But I could see a circus tent outside the window about 300 feet away. Gumshoe, is there a circus in town right now? There's only one, pal. The very big circus. Ugh. Maya is somewhere within 300 feet radius of the main tent. What? Okay, hold on a sec, pal. Hey, draw a circle on that map. About a 300 feet radius from the main tent. Hurry! And I could see a mailbox under the window. Gumshoe, there's also a mailbox. Okay, what else? What else, Mia? I'm sorry, but it was a very small window. I couldn't see anything else. I felt like I was in an old office building, maybe the 3rd floor or so. I heard her, an old office building. Good stuff, pal. Oh, just hang in there. Okay, wow. I failed that. Okay, just hang in there. Just a little longer, pal. Wish us luck. Good luck. I'll call you later, so don't let your battery down. Okay, pal? Beep. Mia, Maya's not hurt, right? She's in a pretty bad state, Phoenix. She's being starved. I'm sure, please hurry. Looks like we're out of time. Are you alright, Phoenix? It's only a matter of time before Maya's rescued. I can do this. I just have to make this trial last a little longer. You know, I wish I had his confidence. I don't. Court will now reconvene. The killer, the man who murdered the victim, handed this to his client. From this, one obvious question arises. Why this particular item? I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real criminal. Now then, the prosecution calls the defendant's manager, Adrian Andrews, to the stand. Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice. Oh my god, I didn't age enough. I'm freaking dying over here. I'm okay, I think. However, you have been called to the witness stand today to ascertain who exactly is guilty of murder. I understand. Sorry, I'm doing something on my computer. Very good. Now, have you ever seen this bear before, Ms. Andrews? Of course I have. You've seen it before? That's right. It's only natural that the witness has. Ms. Andrews, could you please enlighten the court on this bear's secrets? Hang on. Announcing the stream. Alright. Why? Why does she... Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. At its center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. You really can't tell that it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it. So this figure, it's a container of sorts, is it? Yes, looks can be deceiving, wouldn't you agree? Yes, this is superb craftsmanship. Oh, yes, I nearly forgot. You may begin your cross-examination, Miss Rooster, right? Can't speak. It looks like there really was something to that bear after all. Alright. A puzzle? That's right. But it looks like an ordinary figurine. True enough. To people who don't know, I'm sure they would never guess that this was a puzzle. So what kind of puzzle is this exactly? If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. So you can take it apart, and how would one go about doing that? Well, you first turn its tail to the right and then push it in. Oh, yes, I see. After that, the arms and legs are free to move and can be removed. Oh, this is the most interesting. Oh boy, his new toy. It's like he's 5 all over again. Oh, don't mind me. Go ahead and carry on. I think he's lost it. So what do you find after you take the puzzle apart? And how do you know about this? I know because I was the one who bought it. Huh? It was a souvenir from when a friend and I went to Switzerland. Then this was a present from you? That's right. It was a puzzle in the shape of a bear, so I thought it would be perfect for Juan. So it was a present from Ms. Andrews. Witness, let's continue with your testimony. So who exactly knew how to solve this puzzle? Only the two of us, Juan and myself. It was a souvenir from Switzerland, so I doubt there are that many people with the same bear in this country. I think I gotta respond to the comment. Okay, but this looks like it can be easily broken, especially if someone wanted to get what was inside. Well, it's a toy, but it can never be the same again once it's been broken. Who else knows that this bear is actually a small container, or jewelry box? I never told anyone. And as long as Juan never told anyone either, then only the two of us knew. The two of you, huh? But of course that means Mr. Angard didn't know, right? I think this is about all I'm gonna get for now. Well, Mr. Right, I think even you have come to realize that there's one very important fact we have uncovered, and that is this. This bear is actually a jewelry box. Now that we have agreed to this point, there is only one logical question that can come next, and that is this. What is inside this box? What's inside? That's right. That's what we are going to find out next. Witness? Yes? You are the only one who can open this. Please! There's a painful silence hanging over the courtroom. All eyes are on Ms. Andrews now as she solves the puzzle and takes the bear apart. I've opened it. Is this what you wanted? What is that? It looks like a note. Hello. I don't think we need to guess at what that is, do we, Mr. Wright? It's a suicide note. Why the hell I forgot? Sorry, I'm really extremely weird. I'm in a weird mood. The suicide note. The suicide note left by Juan Corrida's former manager, Celeste Impacts. Until now, no one knew of its whereabouts, but just as we suspected it was hidden. Hidden by the victim, Juan Corrida himself. It seems Celeste Impacts had very beautiful handwriting. Oh, thanks! I really appreciate that. And she just beautifully signed her name on this document. This is most definitely the note she left right before she committed suicide. Uh-oh. It's not good. Order! Witness, did you know about this? Yes, I did. I heard all about it from Juan. When I discovered his body, I looked for the bear. I wanted to destroy the note before it became public. But I couldn't find it anywhere, because it had already been taken by the killer. Everything is going at Mr. Edgeworth's pace. So now that the suicide note has been found, what's the next logical question? What is written on the note? That's right. At least, that's what I would think. Now then, I believe it is only appropriate the contents of this note be made known. I can't stop you, can I? I went through so much just to get my hands on it. And I was going to burn it. For her sake. I'm deeply sorry, but I can't allow you to persuade me to stop. Your Honor, if you could please read the contents of this note aloud. Very well. I would play Nintendogs, but I'm kind of trying to focus on this game right now, so I will not be playing Nintendogs for a stream until I'm done with this, which may not be for a couple of days yet. I apologize. The judge's voice rang loud and clear through the dead silent courtroom. In her note, Celeste Impacts left to us a record of all that happened to her. About being used and then thrown away by On Guard. About being engaged to Corrida and On Guard's role in destroying that, and about how she decided in her despair to end it all. And that's all Ms. Impacts had to say. There's one thing I would like to say here. The prosecution has no interest in slandering Mr. On Guard. Then what? Our intention, Your Honor, is to establish a motive for murder. Isn't that correct, witness? Yes. On the night of the murder, Juan was going to make the contents of the note public. After the post-ceremony show, he was going to hold a press conference. My word. Matt On Guard values above all else his refreshing like a spring breeze image. Thanks. My favorite Nintendog of mine? I'd probably go with my very first Nintendog Sole, just saying. I mean, I'm not being biased or anything here, but yeah. Which is why he had made to stop this note from being made public. At any cost. Bum bum bum. How terrible. There is no margin for doubt here. Mr. De Killer's client's goal was to obtain the suicide note, and the only person who needed this note that badly is the defendant. Let's not forget that the bear with the note inside was found at the defendant's house. It seems that we have come to the truth at last. The defendant's motives were, do I have Nintendog's cat? Probably my boy Colby, because he's based off of a cat I used to own in real life. And my favorite breed is the Shiba Inu, probably. The defendant's motives were entirely selfish. He deserves no sympathy from anyone. But if there is one breed I really like That's not in Nintendogs. It's the Pharaoh Hound for sure. How am I supposed to escape from this one? Why the hesitation, Phoenix? Noshu hasn't called yet, so you know what you must do. I know. I have to carry on and buy him some more time. Okay, there are two deadly pieces of evidence. The figurine and the suicide note. Maybe somehow I could find a way out of this situation through one of those. The gavel is already in the judge's hand. Phoenix, hurry! The suicide note, the figurine! Which of these do I pursue? I'm going to the figurine. Please wait, Your Honor. The assassin took this with him from the crime scene after murdering Mr. Kurita. At the request of his client, of course. So, what's your point, Mr. Wright? I don't think it's possible that Mr. the Killer's client was mad on guard. In fact, I think there's a contradiction here. You can't tell by just looking at it that this bear is really a jewelry box. How did I get into Nintendogs? It started off in, like, when I started watching, like, other people, like, Nintendogs Paradise playing it, and I would watch a ton of, like, YouTube videos on Nintendogs, and, like the original one in, like, 2011, and I got it in December 2011, so that same year, I believe, so, yeah. The chance that Matt Ungar thought the note was inside this bear are 0 to none! Oh, I didn't think it that way. Exactly, but I did think of it that way, and I thought it was rather strange. After all, there's no reason why Mr. Ungar would ever want a jewelry box like this. Yes, I do. I used to play that all the time when I was younger. Food Pets was amazing, but I kind of stopped playing it when they had, you had to pay for premium for every, like, to do a lot more crap. But I loved it. I've used to play all the time. Order. You make a valid point, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? It was just a flash, but I think I did rather well in this one. Unfortunately, I think he believes differently. I believe a show of appreciation is in order. The defense seems to be... be in love with wishing more despair upon itself. Yeah, I haven't played in, like, over a year. I should really try and play again, but I'm sure a lot of people are there really nice. I would like to direct the court's attention to this. What is that? It is a very small video camera, Your Honor. This type of camera is commonly used as a means of spying. Spying? What the? I thought that spy camera was in my possession. Matt Ungar and the victim both thought of the other as their biggest rival. They even went so far as to use this type of item to find each other's weaknesses. And the victim, Juan Correa, was being spied on. His personal life was being watched by none other than Matt Ungar. Order! Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You don't tell me you knew about your client's spying activities. Well, sort of. Sort of is not an acceptable answer, Mr. Wright. Me too. I see you are confused, Mr. Wright. You're probably thinking, but I have the camera that was the stuffed bear's eye. Well, this camera that I have is not that same one. Last night, I searched the victim's house on a hunch. Using this. Use bug sweeper. By the way, Mr. Wright, the defendant's fingerprints were found on this camera. Mr. I can't speak. Matt Ungar's fingerprints were down there? Well, Phoenix, it looks like those cameras were hidden all over the place, huh? What am I supposed to say to that evidence? I think this is the end. It's fairly obvious that Mr. Ungar learned of the suicide note through this. He was watching the victim all along. He got me good this time. I don't have anything to counter that. Mommy, is that man the killer guy? Phoenix. Yes, Chief. Have you figured out what you're going to do next yet? What I'm going to do next? Does running away like a frightened child work? I know it seems like Mr. Edwards is very close to putting the lid on this case. But in his eagerness to prove his point, he forgot one very important thing. Well, what is it, Mia? There is a piece of evidence that he really should investigate. Something he should investigate. I would really hate to see the... Are there any Nintendogs that you want? Also, do you have any cheap 3DS? I don't know, and I don't know. I haven't bought a 3DS since I got this one for my birthday 2 years ago. So, I don't really know where you might be able to find a cheap one. Or if I've come across one. I would really hate to see the good prosecutor get scolded for not remembering to look into the item when he had the chance. Why are you speaking in riddles all of a sudden? Alright, I think this time we finally understand everything. Well, Mr. Wright, you don't have any further objections, do you? What is this piece of evidence that he is talking about? Can I figure out what it is that still needs to be looked at, or can I try to let it go? My favorite 3DS game would probably... I would probably say it's Nintendogs or Fire Emblem. As this game is Nintendo DS. But, yeah. I have an objection, Your Honor. Okay, so sorry. That was about the weakest objection I've ever heard, Mr. Wright. Your Honor, the defense has no intentions of letting this go so easily. Hi, Hikari-chan. It's nice seeing you. You're beginning to sound desperate. That's just your imagination, Your Honor. See you, German Shepherd love. Mr. Edgeworth, this is not like you at all. Huh? And your eagerness to prove your point. You've forgotten one very important thing. Hey, isn't that what I just said? So, you're telling me that I forgot something. You're so close, Mr. Edgeworth. But there's something you really should examine about this piece of evidence. Where'd it go? There it is. That is Miss Impact's suicide note, right? Who knows? I mean, sure, this suicide note was found inside the bear, but this bear was in my possession until a few moments ago. Which means... Hang on, guys. The handwriting on the suicide note has yet been analyzed. Oh. So, as to whether this pivotal piece of evidence is really written by Ms. Impacts or not, has yet to be even remotely confirmed. I lost all my people. Mr. Wright, are you saying the suicide note is a fake? Miss Andrews, you're the one who tried to pin this murder on Mr. Enguarde. Who's to say you didn't create a fake suicide note and put it into this bear? How dare you? Your Honor, the defense is indiscriminately accusing the witness again. There's no evidence linking the witness to the suicide note whatsoever. But if this is a fake, then the witness is the only person who could have made it. What? Recall the witness's testimony concerning this figurine. The only person other than the victim who could solve the puzzle is the witness herself. Ah! Ms. Andrews, you wrote this note, didn't you? You wrote it so you could use it to frame Matt Enguarde. I did no such thing. Right, if you're going to pronounce the suicide note a fake, then show this court some evidence to support your theory. Mr. Edgeworth, you were the one who presented this scrap of paper as evidence. That means the burden of proof lies with you, the prosecution. Uh-oh. Oh my. That's enough. Mr. Edgeworth, can you confirm the handwriting on the suicide note? It is the defense has stated. The handwriting has yet to be analyzed. If that's the case, it seems that yet again we have reached a point where a verdict is impossible. That's impossible! This isn't good, Phoenix. The judge is going to carry this trial over one more day. I don't think Maya will physically be able to make it another day. I didn't want to have to do this, but I don't have a choice. I'll request that both the prosecution and defense further investigate. Handwriting analysis, but that's just the lawyer trying to buy more time. Technically, yes it is. He has a good reason, though. I think we reached the end of the line. What is that sound? Hello, 𝙬𝙬𝘖. What is with him? What's that sigh? Where's Maya? What happened to the killer? He got away. What? I'm sorry, pal. I really am. I don't know what to say besides I'm sorry. I wish this in some way to make it up to you. I really do. Anyway, what's going on? We found his hideout, pal. But the two of them were already gone. This is terrible. I'm going to keep looking for them, pal. Don't you worry. I just need a little more time. But don't tell me we don't have any more. Do you hear that? They're calling for his head. Mr. Wright, I can't first this far and... Oh! What is it? Let me talk to Mr. Edgeworth. I can't do that. Mr. Wright, would you please get a hold of yourself? Yes, Your Honor. I'm about to end today's proceedings. You may take your phone calls after. Hold on, Your Honor. Edgeworth, catch! Mr. Edgeworth, please, you've got to buy us more time. Court is in session. I'm sorry, Your Honor. You were saying? Mr. Wright, this is a court of law. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I am reluctant to do this. However, it appears that I have no choice but to suspend proceedings until tomorrow. This time I really can't do anything. Court is now adjourned for the day. Please wait, Your Honor. Edgeworth. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I only request another 30 minutes of Your Honor's time. For what purpose? We can perform the necessary tests on this piece of evidence in that time. But can you really obtain your results in 30 minutes? I believe we can, Your Honor. But wouldn't it be better if we adjourn for the day and then reconvene tomorrow? 30 minutes. Please, Your Honor. That's all I am asking for. Please, Your Honor. Very well. At the prosecution's request, this court will now take a 30-minute recess. But be advised that I will not allow another recess today. I'm not sure this is helping or hurting us. The court will now take its final recess of the day. So I'm going to finish this recess and we're going to call it quits. So, yeah. Right, well, what's going on with my situation? The killer, it looks like he got away again. 30 minutes? We can't find her in that time. Ugh. Report! Ah! Is that Mr. Edgeworth? We don't have time, just spit it out! Right! It looks like we just missed him, sir. But the killer left a few things behind by accident and got in his rush to get away. A few things? Can we use any of them as evidence? Oh, I thought you'd ask, pal. I've got the things he left with me right now and I'm on my way over. Really? That's odd. Any items like that are usually sent to the crime lab first. We don't have time to wait for those guys, sir. When those guys weren't looking, I swiped the stuff and ran. What? Well, I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to. I'm really sorry, sir, but I've got to put the law on hold for now. Sounds bad. I hope he doesn't get in too much trouble over this. With my hunk of junk car, I'd say I'll be there in about 20 minutes, sir. Don't worry, I'll be there. Wait for me. Alright, just get here in one piece. I'm on a mission and no one can stop me now, sir. No one. I'm pulling out all the stops and running every red light. Oh my god. Items left by the murder, huh? Maybe there's something among them that will be decisive enough to end this. Oh my lord. Hey, what's wrong? Detective Gumshoe, answer me. No one can stop. What happened? It sounded like he had an accident. I'm guessing his cell phone broke as well. What was he thinking? We've got to hurry and call for help. But we have no idea where he is. His cell phone is broken, and he wasn't driving a patrol car, so no radio either. Also, if we don't get to those items before they do, the police will take possession of them. No! We can't let that happen! Well, if there is a way we can find out where he is, then we stand a chance. Why did Gumshoe have to get into an accident now? Is there any way to find out exactly where he is at this moment? There is a way. That's right, there is a way! What? How? I'm sure we can find out where Detective Gumshoe is through this. It's my girl. Why are you bringing her friends at a time like... Oh, I see! I'll try to get in contact with her. The chances are slim, but she's all we have. Francisca, will she even want to help us? Edgeworth, what is it? I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. I know my client is guilty, but what I'm doing now, I'm pinning the guilt onto someone totally innocent and using the evidence to do so. It might be my turn to say, Defense Attorney Phoenix Wright, choose death. Right. It doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears. Oh my god, why is he like this? Whether you did your job well or not, that can only be seen after the verdict has been decided. The verdict? Is Prosecutor Edgeworth here? Yes, bailiff. There's a phone call for you, sir. They said it's extremely urgent. They're probably finished with the handwriting analysis. I have to go take this call. In the meantime, think hard about what it is you must do. Alright, I guess this ends today's stream. I'm so sorry today's stream was so short. But look, I have to go review for my English exam. And I have to review for the review tomorrow. So, I've got some stuff I gotta take care of. So, thank you guys for joining today. I'll be finishing this up tomorrow, hopefully. Hopefully I'll have time to do so. As long as I don't spend 5 million years on my math homework tomorrow. So, yeah, I want to thank you guys for joining, and I will speak to you all tomorrow. Bye.